I'm Aaron Wilder. I curated the exhibition Unstable Language by Amos Eno Gallery on artsy.net. Thanks so much, Anne, for being with me.
My pleasure.
And I thought we could talk about the relation of your work in the show to the theme of the exhibition. This is Icon One Litigari. I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about this work and its relationship to what you're interested in with the show's theme.
My work is always about instinct and chance and just enjoying the experimentation of working with materials. And as a printmaker as well as a painter, I bring everything about what I do and all of my experiences into my images. And I have found over the years that when I look at anyone's artwork, there is a tracing of everything that they are, everything they're coming from. And this is what I have noticed about art, that there are many different levels during the creative process. So this particular piece was done first with just the experimentation with polyester plates, which are lithography plates. And just the enjoyment of working with the felt tip marker onto the polyester plates, which are lithography place that I can work directly. I had no plan of what I was doing. I was just experimenting and enjoying the feeling of working. What it was an automatic response on a subconscious level of just making one mark become another mark. And after I finished the image, I looked at it and I realized that it really was an iconic image that had to do with the way I was dealing with a personal matter and I was trying to avoid a confrontation. And what came out was something which was very similar to that feeling of what I had, which tells me that there were so many levels to the creative process, that it works on conscious level, on a subconscious level, and instinct and chance all come into play in this image. So then after looking at the image, then there was a long and arduous task of trying to coordinate parts to the image. So then I had to work another plate on top of it. You'll see there are two colors. The linear part of this is the blue and orange. So the orange was the print first, then the second print, and then cyanotype was put in, and quite a lot of pasting and figuring out what I want to make, because my first idea is to try to get the thing to be unified. And that's how that became. And what I find is that if I work and live with the images for a period of time, it tells me whether or not it was a successful image. So this image has been with me for almost a year now. And the other images that are in the back here of the wall are really what I did this year. Now, originally I moved from Cape Cod to Ithaca, and so it's a different environment. And it means then that I have to acclimate myself now once again to a different environment, absorbing that, because everything that I do is based on what I'm experiencing on a daily basis. My environment, nature. And so lately in Ithaca with all the waterfalls, it is definitely all about movement of water and how I feel about that water. And it's coming into paintings and drawings and prints altogether. So that's where I am right now, trying to acclimate it. Now, this particular image is actually from an actual beginning of a map, because what I noticed about the area of Ithaca is that there is like a grid system. Everything is much more ordered with the way the roads are mapped out in Ithaca than it was in Cape Cod. So I started to work on these, and now that is another theme that's been running through my very current work. And that is about the organization that is inherent within the piece of work. So starting with an actual image of a map, I then worked on metal. Instead of working on canvas, I've found a fantastic way of working on oil with it now on top of the metal, which is an aluminum panel. And so I've been doing quite a lot of them. I absolutely love it. I did a number of them in Cape Cod, and they all sold. So when I came here, I thought, well, let me try some more of the aluminum paintings, but this time based on Ithaca. So everything you see in the back here is based on my images coming out of Ithaca and trying to absorb and coordinate all of those images together into something which is pleasing to me, and so that's how I'm working.
Yeah, and you can really see, particularly in this piece, the detail in the light blue areas that really call attention to the fact that this is about water. And water is
Exactly.
such a precious resource that we need, of course, to live.
Right. Well, this particular image is right now on exhibit at the Corners Gallery, which is a very prestigious, very wonderful contemporary gallery in Ithaca itself. And so I was pleased that it was accepted into this exhibit. So right now it's on exhibit at the Corners Gallery off of Hanshaw Road in Ithaca. It will be there till probably January. And it just worked that it was a gallery show based on contemporary mapping. And so this fitted into it. I very rarely work so that my images are for a particular show. So I'm working on my images, and as they become more about what I'm dealing with right now, if they happen to fit into a show, I'm delighted.
Yeah, and this is a picture of your studio, which is great to see your printing press there and the new works you've been working on.
Right. So the one that you're seeing to the left, which is a long thing on the panel, I put that up, and you can see it's a work in progress, and it's a composite of parts of printmaking and also paint and paper and just about everything. So what I will have to do now is work on it and absorb it and look at it, study it to see what's missing. So what I will do then is add possibly to the bottom of that image. Let me show you some part of it. So you can see the top part of it is really part of a plate. And
Yeah,
the
I see
mark
that.
making is an essential part of this particular piece. And somehow, since I'm really just responding to the materials, now you can see at the very bottom, it seems to be unresolved. So
That's
I
because
will
you're still
then,
working on it, right?
oh, I'm still working on it. And I'm studying it as I go about my daily business, daily living.
Yeah.
So art and life are really intertwined with me. And what's very, very interesting to me is that the creative process, I just let the creative process guide me. I depend a lot on my instincts and the background that I have in art to guide me through it. And the idea of automatic drawing is dear to my heart.
Well, Anne, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me about your work and to show me what you're working on now. I want to let everyone know that Unstable Language is on view on artsy.net through December 1st. Thank you.
Very pleased to meet you.